The Mangaung Metro in the Free State is yet to have members of the Mayoral Committee. The City of Roses has been marred by instability since 2020, and this month it elected its second mayor in 2 weeks. Gregory Nthatisi's election followed a successful court challenge by the ANC interdicting African Alliance of Social Democrats leader Pappie Mokoena from exercising his powers as the mayor. Ntatishi, who is now the acting mayor of Mangaung, now joins us. Acting Mayor, good morning and thank you so much for making time for us. I just need some clarity around the title of acting mayor and the powers that the acting mayor has.
Good morning, Simpio, and good morning to your listeners. The powers of an acting mayor are the powers that have been given to the acting mayor are full powers that of an executive mayor in fulfilling his task and in a period of 3 months until all matters that relate to court are settled.
So within the next 3 months, do you believe that this issue would be settled?
Well, I think inside 3 months, the issue was in court yesterday, and the matter was then referred to again be in court next week, and the judges will decide otherwise. But my task is to ensure that between now and the period under review, I ensure that the city becomes what it should be.
And with that said, and the powers vested in you, why haven't you appointed MMCs as yet?
Well, if you know, Simphiwe, I'm a day old in the office, so it's a matter that must be attended to, and we are now on the week that we are celebrating our historic day, and immediately after all these activities by Friday, I'm sure we'll be certainly having MMC to work with the responsibilities that they should be entitled to.
Yeah, and with the approach, with the approach on appointing those MMCs, would you be looking outside of the ANC as well? And I'm also asking this on the basis of the internal ANC squabbles that have led to what has now transpired, and of course your election now as the acting mayor.
Look, my task as assigned to me by the African National Congress is to ensure that I, amongst other things, stabilize the institution and ensure that services are provided to the communities that are entitled to. By standard, the ANC is the majority in the municipality, and most of those, that will be serving in the mayoral committee will be people that are coming from the ranks of the ANC. We will also cast our eyes beyond our own comrades and look at where we can source ability from those parties that would certainly be willing to work with us. But we are not bound by standard. Okay.
And then just an explanation around the appointment of the acting city manager, Mrs. Dumalisile. What exactly is it that Dumalisile would be doing, and why was the decision taken that there should be an acting city manager appointed, and that acting city manager being appointed in the proposal coming from the National Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs?
Well, we have alluded to the fact that the city has been experiencing some hiccups in the past, and as a result, the National Department made an intervention and sent an intervention team, both from COCTA and from the Cabinet Committee. And this is the team that has been working in the province to ensure that they help stabilize, amongst other things. And the appointment of the acting city manager is that we do not have a city manager as we speak.
Okay, and a final one is, of course, you have now these 3 months as the acting mayor of the city of Mangaung. Some of your priorities and concerns that have been raised by residents, they speak about poor service delivery. They speak about, if you drive around Mangaung, that it has lost its former glory. Also looking at potholes in the city.
it is indeed my responsibility to ensure that Mangaung return to its former glory, and we even enhance development and ensure that the services that are supposed to go to communities that deserve should be, and that the city certainly should look at how best it can also attract elements of investment. Mangaung is a metro, and Mangaung must grow. And Mangaung is one city that has got a very strong historical background. And on the basis of that, the citizens of Mangaung must certainly live in a city that should redeem itself and embrace those that are our citizens. We'll do our best to ensure that Mangaung becomes what it should be.
Yeah. What happens in the meantime with Pappie Mokoena, who was elected as the mayor, of course, that being part of the process now to challenge that election? But does he still enjoy the benefits of being a mayor in the city of Mangaung?
Well, those are matters that are before court. I would really not want to dwell into because they remain sub judice. But safe to say, the council that led to Pappie being elected as a mayor, if that would be the correct way of saying it, did not correct, and that will be, amongst other things, that the court would look into. But my brief is really not to go into wrangles of court processes, but to ensure that we get the city to be where it should be.
Thank you so much for your time. That is the newly elected acting mayor of the city of Mangaung in the Free State. That is Gregory Nthatisi.